much Frank Martin criticized Shakur Stevenson after his performance. Basically said go to sleep. And what Shakur Stevenson got to realize before I dig into this topic and just tell y'all how wild the thought process is out here is that you can't battle everybody. Anytime you try to go at one person, another person gonna jump in it, and another person gonna jump in it, another person gonna jump in it, another person gonna jump in it. Dude, I'll get my chicken and then go handle my business elsewhere. I'm not worried about nobody else. And once you figure out you go out there, you would have knocked spinach artichoke out in 2 rounds, people complain. You knock them out in the first 50 seconds, people complain. You go the distance, people complain. It doesn't matter. People are going to complain. You win, they complain. They lose, they still going to complain. You know, and he young right now. He don't really understand that going back and forth, it accomplishes nothing on social media. It accomplishes nothing. Because the majority of people that he get in their face, they ain't going to keep that energy. They going to act like they fans. He a fan. That's what they going to act like they fans, bro. That's what I noticed. That's why I'm not arguing with people no more, bro. I'm not about to argue, debate you on nothing. Especially in boxing. In boxing, debating people in boxing, it makes no sense. It comes to the point where, it comes to the point where y'all could be debating an actual fact about a guy losing. Well, he ain't losing my mind. I feel like, but yeah, man, that's what I learned with people today. I'm not about to argue with you, bro. I'm not even about to argue with my bitch. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go back and forth. We can have a discussion, but only becomes an argument when somebody raises their voice. That's when it becomes an argument. Now, if y'all want to turn the definition to a heated debate, that's how y'all want to flip it. But I'm not about to sit here and yell and scream with you about nothing that I can't prove or change your mind. And with Frank Martin, people are suckers, bro. He's a sucker. You don't duck a man and then speak on a man. If you didn't see that man in the ring, you shouldn't be speaking about nothing about you and him fighting. You shouldn't be speaking on nothing about what he doing in the ring or outside the ring. You didn't want to see that man. That's what we all can agree with. He didn't want to see him. So, since you did not want to see him, don't speak on him. Simple as that. If you don't plan on fighting somebody, I say this all the time in boxing, if you don't plan on fighting somebody next, then I feel like you shouldn't even say their name. You shouldn't even give an opinion about y'all fighting. You shouldn't even give an opinion about his performances. Nothing. You shouldn't even be talking about old buddy. That's just how I feel about it. But these dudes goofy, bro, and people think that's the way it's supposed to go. It's kind of like I did the interview about Michael Parsons, or a video about Michael Parsons and Malik Hooker, and you had all these I assume they were Dallas Coonboy fans, right? And they said, well, yeah, Malik was right. You tripping, Malik. How is Malik right when you sit next to a guy every day and Michael Parsons, y'all locker room next to him every day, but you run to a podcast and voice your displeasure with him instead of saying it to him first or say it to him? See, that's why I don't hang with dudes. That's why you won't never see me with a group of dudes. You never will, because they operate like women. That's my problem. If you don't see a problem with seeing somebody every day and then run into a podcast and run into the internet and telling and saying something you could say to their face, you see them every day, you could text or call them. Even at that point, that's weak as hell, texting and calling somebody and you see your locker next to me. Like, get out of here. These dudes operate on a whole different type of scale and a different type of code, bro. They really don't feel like they do nothing wrong. You know, you give them money, you lend them money, they really don't feel like they wrong if they don't lend it back. You know, you bring your bitch around, they really don't feel like they wrong if they try to fuck your bitch. They have no code. They've been raised by women, bro. They've been raised by women. Women operate like that. They have no code. Your husband, your boyfriend, your little sneaky link, they don't have a code. That's how a lot of them dudes, they moving. And when women do stuff for people, they always want to throw it in their face. That's how these dudes out here moving, bro. Like how Frank is, that's how Frank moving to me. You know, he moving like one of them niggas, man. Stay over there. Don't even come over here. I don't even want that energy in my world. He moving like a broad. Real talk. He moving like a broad. Like, you shouldn't even speak on a man that you pulled out negotiations with and then fight. We don't care about the reason. Oh, I need a little bit more money. They were paying you more than double than what you made versus Tank on paper. Come on now. In my opinion, he had every right to call you the B word. Every right. Every right. You shouldn't be speaking on somebody that you refuse to fight. And now, what does he get to gain now by fighting you? He be the guy that really beat you. Nobody brings that. That's how you tell boxing is so biased that nobody can call it down the middle. No matter if I don't like a guy, I like a guy, I don't feel a certain way about a guy, I gotta keep it real. And the boys in the South say, I gotta keep it real, man. And all I know is that dude beat Frank Martin last time out. That dude didn't win a round versus Shakur Stevenson, didn't look like. Let's call it what it is. That dude didn't win a round. You know, Frank Martin lost that fight. I don't care what they say. But then you want to turn around or you put a sleeping emoji up there. Like, dog, you shouldn't even be watching this man fight. You pulled out the negotiations, bro. And you just got knocked out. So we don't want to hear from you. We don't want to hear from you, bro. You went in there and ran from Gervonta Davis. Nobody talks about that. You played case, don't touch me, tease me. Touch me, tease me. You let that man walk your ass. You ran from the beginning, bro. You let that man walk you down. What Drake say? Walk him. What Kendrick say? Walk him down, because I know he got hole in him. They let Tank walk you down from the beginning, bro. You ain't even try to push Tank back. You ain't try to meet him in the middle of the ring. Nigga, you got the can't keep running away. Can't keep running away. You can't keep running away. Yeah, you got the running, man. That nigga was in there like he was Hammer. Too legit. Too legit to quit. Come on, man. And nobody talked about how that motherfucker, the first thing he did was run. Oh, Frank did good there. That nigga, man, I know box. I knew that fight was over the minute I seen him run into the corner as soon as the bell rung. I said, hey. You know, the game plans are not hard to know what a fighter needs to do to win. What's hard is having the soldier to carry out the mission. That's the hard part. Are you willing to do what you got to do to win the fight? And he wasn't. So I can never see him fight again. Staying with Shakur Stevenson. Dude, he need to go work at the Department of Defense, bro. He need to stop boxing, bro. If you ain't gonna box to provide entertainment value, and I don't care about the fans, man, you need to stop boxing. Take the money that you got in boxing and just go work for the Department of Defense. Go start a private eye investigating. People was like, oh, that shit was funny last nigga. I was not being funny. I dead ass wasn't being funny on that Saturday show, on that Sunday night show. You know, Kobe was like, you're being satire. No, I'm not. I'm being dead ass serious. People like, oh, you're funny. I was not trying to be funny. I was dead serious, bro. Like, I meant that. I meant exactly what I said. I don't want to see dog fight no more. I came in from bowling or whatever, man. I'm like 2 in the morning, bro. Like some shit like that. I got to the crib. I was like, man, I'm still got some energy. You know how I go. I still got some energy. I'm like, man, let's read. Let me watch this fight. Man, that nigga put me right to sleep. I got my banana pudding, eating that shit, watching that fight, nigga. Like, I don't want to see that motherfucker. He threw a jab. And before he committed to the jab, he moved his head. He literally threw a jab. It was like this, like he threw it and then he died. No, I don't want to see that, bro. I don't want to see that, dog. Then he don't throw more than two. He don't throw 2 punches in a row. I don't even count the jab. Like, that nigga don't double up on the hook. He don't throw 3 or 4 punches. He is the worst fighter I've ever seen with that much talent. He ain't exempt from this work. He is the worst talented fighter. And I'm dead ass, man, I'd rather watch Paula Malignaggi fight, bro. He worse than Miguel Vasquez. This dude is one of the, man, he talk about Devin Haney, man. Devin Haney willing to get hit. Say what y'all want, Devin ain't got no chin. Based on what? He willing to get punched. Devin will be up 10-0. He's still mixing it up. Shakur Stevenson, man, that motherfucker don't be trying to get punched at all. But what Frank Martin can't do is talk. You can't speak on another man and you ran from him. I don't care what your situation was. I don't care how much money. You could have made more than double than what you made. Now, you might have brought home a little bit more fighting Tank, depending on how that pay-per-view did. I know it didn't do no 300. I'll say that right now. It's lucky if it did 200. Because I know how this shit go. But like I said before, this how goofy these dudes is today. People is goofy, bro. Like, literally, these dudes are goofy. And a lot of people think some of this stuff is cool. How y'all operate as men, it's not cool. That's why I stay away from y'all, bro. It's not cool. For me and you be able to get in the ring, and then you don't want to get in the ring, and then you speaking on my situation or my fight or anything about me. Don't speak on me. You had an opportunity to do 10 to 12 weeks of press build up and solidify or certify what you said in the ring. You chose not to do it. Don't speak on me. If I see you every day, you run to the internet and talk shit about me when you could say it to my face, and people co-signing that, we not the same, bro. You can't call yourself a man. You are male at best. So that's how I feel about it, man. I had to get that off my chest, man. Check out the Box News playlist. Hit the link tree. Check out the Patreon. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Instagram, X, the whole nine. I'm trying to figure out how to go live on Rumble. Once I figure that out, then I figure out how to go live on the gram. Do it for the gram. Appreciate y'all. Peace.